Well, good evening, everyone. It's good to see all of you again. I believe it's been about a year since my last video. Not a lot's happened in the course of a year. The reason I hadn't posted anything is time just seemed to get away from me. Not really much of an excuse. I have been watching a lot of the videos that y'all have been putting up, keeping up with everyone. And I thought, now that it's come time for me to have a little bit of vacation in the year, I'm definitely going to make a video and get back into the habit of it. But it seemed as though last winter and spring and then summer, doing a lot of stuff outside, working, just everything kind of got away from me even this fall. And now as we're starting winter again, I thought I really need to get back into doing some videos. And so this is my relaunch back into the pipe community. Today I wanted to show you a pipe that I had secured from McQueen pipes. This is I've never had a pipe that comes with a stand, but this is the Bilbo pipe and has a little stand there that you can put the pipe on. It actually comes with a rather nice, it's almost like it's just made of wood, but it's a nice little tamper that they have there. And the actual pipe, see if I can get to focus in. It's a briar pipe. Got the nice long stem. Of course, I like church wardens. The only challenge that I found with the pipe, I mean, it fits well in the hand. I'm actually smoking today some Sutliff's hot chocolate. You probably can't read that with the reflection, but this is one I got at Indian River Trader Tobacco Company. It's here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. But yeah, I'll set myself on fire there. That would have been an amazing comeback. It lights well. It lights well the tobacco, as well as the pipe. It's a good smoker, and as I said, the only problem with the pipe is the wooden stem. It's got a small little piece on the end here. You probably can't see it, but I'm afraid that I'm very conscious that if I bite down, that's gonna split. It's gone. So as long as you're not a person who clenches really hard on the end of the pipe, it should be good. But it does smoke well. The smoke, by the time it comes, one of the things I like about church wardens is by the time the smoke gets to the top, it's rather cool. It's got a nice feel, nice distance. I feel like I want to teach something. It'd be great because you can actually point at stuff on a board. So that's the good thing about church wardens. Did get new glasses. That's one thing that happened to me over the last year. Bought a ton of books. Go figure. It is getting close to the end of the year here. It's about December 23rd, I think it is, or 22nd. Of course, I would like to wish everyone out there a happy Advent, or if you don't celebrate Advent, a happy holidays or happy Christmas, whatever it is that you celebrate. Of course, I love this time of year. Advent, I love going through the Advent readings. I love the history, the legend, the lore, all the stuff that comes with it. It's just a magical time. I mean, to me, I think it's a magical time. Whether or not you celebrate Advent or Christmas, there's just something about this time of year. And but being able to sit down here amongst some books and read and smoke a pipe. I think it was C.S. Lewis said that he never found a cup of tea too big enough, nor a pipe or nor a book too long that he couldn't enjoy them. As I get to this time of year, not only does my mind go back to making pipe videos, but I do think about the coming year and just making plans for that. As a child, my parents and all my cousins, aunts, uncles, and people of that nature, end of the year would come and we'd always get together for New Year's Eve. And the big thing at that period was New Year's resolutions. I think I may have mentioned this last year, but it hits me every year about the idea of kind of setting goals for the year. You don't find people doing resolutions much anymore. Of course, at that time, it seemed like every resolution that they would come up with has something to do with losing weight. Not sure why they were so enamored with that at that time. My parents were never really overweight, so I don't know why they were so worried about losing weight. That's not really a concern for me. Or joining the gym. I think those days are behind me. I work outside, work with an axe and move trees and stuff. That's enough exercise for me during the year. But plus I hate going to a gym because all I do is count to 10 over and over and over. And I know some people, they can lift weights, but every rep I do, I have to count in my head, and it just gets annoying after about an hour and a half, and you just count it to 10 so many times. It's like, I can't stand that. So I think the gym days, or at least, are behind me. But anyway, I digress on that. We're thinking about this idea of goals. I started several years ago, every year, trying to plan my goals for the year, but it wasn't really about losing weight necessarily, or making so much money, or doing anything of that nature. Mine has kind of been in the area of just personal development. So what do I want to accomplish, maybe to make myself better, to know something, to do something. There's a lot of that has to do with reading, and I'm just looking right here. I've been looking at my computer and just kind of developing a list of what do I want to read this year? What do I want to focus on? Take a task or a topic each year. Maybe you do that. If you do, comment below. I think it was last year or the year before, I said I really wanted to focus on kind of the works of Lewis and Tolkien. And I know that a lot of you out there really enjoy those two authors. I attempted to do a lot of that, but I didn't do as much as I wanted. So I'm kind of doing a restart on that this year. I've already started with The Hobbit. I'm about halfway through it. I'm getting a running jump on the year. So when I get into it, I've already got a little bit accomplished. And I've set out just the primary readings of Lewis and of Tolkien himself, which would be The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, The Silmarillion. But then some secondary resources that are at least one or two biographies about these two individuals. And then some of the readings that not necessarily talk about them, but may reference them and reference the books that they wrote. So I've kind of mapped it out, looking forward to jumping into there. I'm also looking at reading a book that's by, or several books, but it's on the topic of mythology, mainly Greek mythology. I've often been interested in the whole idea of Greek mythology, and I want to kind of dig deep into that, because to me, as a teacher within history, especially in the New Testament context, I would love to know more about the world, the philosophical, mythological world in which the New Testament was written. And there is some very, very interesting parallels and myths that we find in the Greek mythology that play into the New Testament. And I think there's some new insights that we can draw in what was, the Apostle Paul dealing with, or what were the early disciples dealing with? What are some of the things that they wrote, and how does it relate to that aspect of the culture of the first century? So, and then even going back into older myths in Egypt, Samaria, Mesopotamia, and kind of looking at some of those and how they relate to some of the Old Testament passages. So it's a massive, massive area to study. There's been so much written, but I'm trying to focus at least the first 2 months of the year on just basic Greek mythology, reviewing that and kind of working through it. But and of course, making more pipe videos as I go through the year. So I'll definitely want to get back into the habit of that. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much most of what's kind of going on with me. We're expecting a massive snowstorm today. Supposed to get 14 to 24 inches over the next 2 days. And that's going to be it's going to make it hard for Christmas. I'm glad we're not traveling for Christmas, but not sure how many people we'll see coming over to the house for Christmas, because it's going to be hard to get out. But time will tell. Anyways, just wanted to say hi, kind of relaunch myself there and share with you some of the things that I'm thinking as I go into the new year. But also just ask, what are some of the goals that you have? Do you set goals of that nature? We won't call them resolutions. That sounds kind of dated, but we'll call them personal goals. And if you do, share some of them. There may be some goals that I'd like to try myself. But with that, I hope you have a blessed Christmas and a holiday season. And I look forward to seeing you over the next couple of weeks as I take some vacation and hopefully make some more videos. So take care.